I'm a criminal defense attorney and a former prosecutor. Today we're going to be watching clips of various classic movies and looking into whether or not the characters that we know and love were actually committing various forms of sexual assault.
I'd like to think you're not in all of this caper.
Skip it. I'm not interested. Let's go.
What would it take for you to see things my way?
A lot more than you've got.
How do you know?
I don't want to know.
Isn't it customary to grant it? M-Man, his last request.
You've asked for this.
Oh my God. So many crimes. Let's start with the first one, shall we? Battery. Throws her across the room into a pile of hay. She tries several times to hit her, and he does nothing. So that's the second fact. In addition to battery cause, lifetime sexual still a registrable effect. Now we're going to watch the scene from Revenge of the Nerds.
Hi, Betty.
A nerd.
You happy? Okay, bye. Kiss this, nerd. I want to do it, but this kissing's make me horny.
Objective Echo has been lost. Thanks, much appreciated.
Next.
Yeah, thanks, man. I've spotted enemy sniper due south of your location.
Changed your mind.
Take off your mask. That was wonderful. You did things you've never done.
We've just taken Objective Echo.
Yeah.
Heads up, enemy sniper south of where you are.
So that was awful and disturbing to watch because this young lady was raped. The law protects victims from having sex with
Where is Objective Echo?
changed your mind. But yes, they're now going to have this potential effect. This potential effect is clearly rape.
Girls, as good as you. Yes.
I think the thing that's really interesting is that immediately afterwards when he reveals his identity, she's so...
We've now taken Objective Delta. We're out of here!
Under most circumstances, a victim like this is rape. The next clip we're going to watch is from 16 Candles, classic coming of age story. I love it.
Have some anti-tank personnel to yourself.
I think it's time to blow this thing off and go to your house.
Jake, you stop loving me. You got your serious. Let's go.
Shit, I got Carol in the bedroom right now, passed out cold. I could violate her 10 different ways if I wanted to.
That, and it's rape if he did actually go in and do that.
Make a deal with you. Let me keep these. I'll let you take Carolyn home. But you gotta make sure she gets home. You can't leave her in some parking lot somewhere.
Jake, I'm only a freshman.
So? She's so blitz, she won't know the difference.
Who's he?
That's me.
Oh. Okay.
Are you guys ready?
Wait, hold on.
How's this go?
Oh, victory. Cheers.
What happened?
I'll tell you where you are. Don't tell me who you are.
Did we,
Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
did I enjoy it? Did you?
You know, I have this weird feeling I did.
I'm really sorry about getting you mixed up with that guy.
Oh, it's okay. I'm really sorry about last night. The party.
Oh, come on. Make no qualms about it. She was a rape victim. And she was orchestrated by someone that she trusted, her boyfriend. More than 60% of sexual assault cases go unreported. So I don't know what she would do, but hopefully she would go to the police and she would make a report. And that investigation would probably uncover the fact that this rapist took her in a car while he was drinking, so there's plenty of underage drunk driving happening here too. She was also violated by many witnesses. That's something that would play out really unfavorably for the rapist in the courtroom today. So the next one we're going to watch is Wedding Crashers, which is a movie that I actually laughed out loud almost from beginning to end when I saw it.
Objective Alpha is now ours.
But this is not bad.
Men can be victims of sexual assault too. And in this circumstance, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. They don't make it clear what happens next. It cuts to the next scene pretty quickly, but you're supposed to understand that they go on to have some sort of sexual adventure against his will, seemingly. So that is a crime, depending on whether or not there was intercourse. That was, but at the very least, it is false imprisonment. Sexual assault, definitely.
Eyes on an enemy vehicle south of your position. Lost objective Delta.
This is Clary.
Kitty cat.
I'm sorry, kitty cat.
Wait. I'm not letting you out of this room until you feel.
So I think the thing that's really important to note here is that there is a power dynamic. She is in a position of power. It is her home. He wants to make a good impression. And she's put him in a position where if he gets up and walks out, he could be insulting her, and it might make him feel like the easier thing to do would just be to acquiesce and do what she's asking him to do, as opposed to make a big scene and leave her hanging. It's probably not going to change the legality of it. I still don't see a prosecutor filing charges based on this conduct. I could potentially see a civil case coming out of this because it is some form of harassment, but it's unlikely that this would bring criminal charges. It's already difficult to prove allegations of sexual assault when there is a woman victim, and in circumstances when the victim is a male, it makes it even more challenging, especially where the perpetrator is a female. The next clip is from Twilight.
Forks is growing on me.
Could a guy have anything to do with that?
Yeah.
Do it. Tell me everything. What is his job? Indy? But he's smart. Is he smart?
No, I can't talk to you.
Are you being sick?
Last couple of months. Watching you sleep. It's kind of fascinating to me.
I just want to try one thing. Stay very still.
Oh my god. In cases that I've come across where a guy thinks he's being romantic, but the girl doesn't realize that's what he's doing.
Panic over here.
And there's nothing romantic about it. You can't just go into a girl's house and sneak into her room to watch her sleep over the last couple of months. No, that's just the fact that she
Spotted a
was
hostile
present in the
tank.
house when he trespassed. Aggravated trespass, unless he had the intent to commit a felony inside the house. Then it would be a residential burglary, and the penalty would be state prison and a strike. What's important to note in these films is that there are no consequences for the perpetrator's actions. In fact, they don't even really see it as something that is wrong or illegal. This is just a subplot of the film. And that's changing. That's something that I'm hopeful going forward in films, filmmakers are more careful about what kind of messages they're sending to young girls and young boys about what is appropriate behavior. The biggest thing about the Me Too movement is that it's bringing forth a lot of consequences for actions that previously probably would not have even been reported. And really what we want is for the media and films to reflect that, to not glorify these actions that unfortunately victimize a lot of women and men across the country.
Just neutralized objective Charlie.
I'm actually glad this is a pre-movie logo. For a second there, I thought it was about to accidentally after Earth. Comcast, 47 seconds of logos might amount to restraint in the current movie climate, but it's still something to Man, Anya Taylor-Joy didn't even notice the movie.
That's what happens when you do mercy at night.
So, Casey is that girl that no one's friends with. Whereas this high school misunderstood outsider girl is also the hottest one. I believe
Objective Bravo has been neutralized. Spotted. Enemy helicopter.
class
We spotted an enemy helicopter.
It's clear in third grade. How do you take
Checks attention. She does intentional sometimes.
exposition therapy? This abduction takes place outside of where you can credit for the incapacitation of 3 teenagers.
This is the one that he's so easily funny. He does these sweet videos.
We've neutralized objective Delta.
Certainly not for driving. Dennis shuts the truck down the line. The conversation with
Enemy helicopter spotted. I've got eyes on an enemy helicopter to your east.
right after he hits the truck. Super. Dennis just knocked out Claire's dad. Also, geez, look at all those leftovers.
We've taken objective Delta. It's ours.
Under suspense and the girl in the back were absorbed in their phone. But
I've spotted a hostile helicopter. East of your location.
that was entirely too many seconds.
Hey person in my stream.
Take off the mask if you're spraying the girl. The knockout juice was shot directly at Claire's lunch.
Objective Echo has just been neutralized. The hostile sniper has been identified south of your position.
Got out of there immediately, rather than waste several seconds contemplating the consciousness of the abducted teens. Basically, of saying this teenage abduction in more ways than just regular risky abduction. You're dealing with a handle, and he's not even looking at you.
We have taken objective Bravo.
Claire asked Casey a series of questions. There is no way for her to know the answer to. This movie is really just an excuse to showcase on Come the slightest bit out of breath when she walks in, maybe she's a superhero.
2 weeks, dude. Heads up. Days in King of Prussia. He found the kids and the
Wait, every time we see Dennis use the sleep spray, it takes a long fucking time for the victim to wake up. It takes at least 30 minutes to get from King of Prussia to the Philadelphia Zoo. And the girls woke up after Dennis threw them in the sun. So Dad laid out in the middle of a crowded parking lot until he woke up with no help. I knew Philly was a rough city and all, but damn. This is an orgy of evidence that this is a therapist's office. Park a lounger for analysis? Check. Cases full of books that look like they've been read? Got it. Weird gazelle-looking artifact to spur conversation? I guess. The subject of Barry's email says... What opens the email? The subject is article subject. I'm excited about the spin-off bill. No systems.
Hey man, sorry, won't happen again.
Open that door there. There's a second on the other.
18 personnel have been located south of your location.
Also, the protagonist loudly planned escape. The antagonist could easily be on the other side of the door to be shut.
Why do you do this? Why do you act like this? Why do you act like not one of us?
Spotted an enemy tank east of your location.
It's a good dad. Scared damn teams that can then easy blank stairs.
I'll let you know when I hear something that makes sense.
Casey knows just what to do. Deer hunting that time.
Objective Bravo has been neutralized.
I am printed with newspaper headlines. So this is Dennis posing as Barry, and he's only there to obfuscate the abduction. This is Dennis,
Jesus.
not only have Barry's accent, but he
That's
also
not
knows how to
bandwidth.
fashion. Dennis is supposed to be a completely different personality. My point is, this movie's actually this well.
When I last spoke to them, they believed you were a model employee.
Anybody care about us?
Yes, the University of Paris has asked me to come.
Because they're rejecting the idea that evidence is stuff. There is certainly very little evidence of it being a dangerous disorder, except, outside of a universe created by the same dude that did The Happening. I'm going to take this part of the movie with the biggest grain of salt ever created.
I actually want your sketches, Barry. You're usually very protective of them.
Even though Dr. Fletcher is pretty sure Barry's not Barry, this prompts her to do nothing until he emails her again.
They always use their thumbs. Flick it, flick it.
I'm not entirely sure these two elderly women aren't watching porn.
Absolutely free.
Yep,
I don't know how you work with those people. What people? Your patients.
that's racist.
I don't believe it. No offense.
This was Barrett's exact response to everyone who said, no, really, Split is good, man. You would totally love it. Movie expects me to believe that these three girls are all able to see through the crack in the door at the same time, even though Marcia is looking at the back of Claire's head and Casey is crouching near the center of the door. Also, if they're looking through the crack, why is Patricia's head obscured? Because it's more interesting to reveal that Patricia and Dennis... The way this movie is set up, the only time the other identities don't know what each other is doing depends solely on the convenience of the plot.
He's not allowed to touch you.
Not only is it rarely diagnosed, it's super rare for people with DID to not only have the means, but time to play dress-up for every single f***ing personality.
Well, were they open this time with the new evidence?
You submitted video of a dog acting differently to one of your patients at different times.
With the over 600 patients her filing cabinet suggested, you'd think she'd be able to muster up better evidence than that.
Speak of them like they're supernaturally gifted, like they have powers or something.
Foreshortening.
We have brain scans now. DID patients have changed their body chemistry with their thoughts.
I'm guessing she didn't have that evidence before the due date, forcing her to send the dog video instead. Also, it's telling that I would much more easily accept being exposed to gamma radiation than being bitten by a super spider or being a bioengineered raccoon as a more plausible origin for a superhuman story than this. Jesus, even for a doctor, this is some unintelligent handwriting, and there's no chance Fletcher would be able to get any information from her own notes. As a 9-year-old, he would most likely say one of his favorites is the email game.
Here. No, the lady.
What do you want? Hey, thank you for that sound, considering you all know you live in the same spot.
Heads up, Commander, I'm mine.
One person's head.
I still like working that. Exactly. Don't know. Get angry.
And
neutralized.